Hey everybody, welcome to the garden. I hope you're having a great day. Shout out to the lemon and lime lovers and everybody in between. It's time for the crypto market recap. Let's hop into these charts, see what the story is and what it may be. And remember, if you're interested in any of the services I provide, please check the links in the description below for both the Patreon and Discord. Okay, and actually, before I go ahead, I need to highlight something incredible. So, I have gone over all our trades since I started the service for both the crypto and stocks, and my goodness, the performance has been incredible. I just want to reiterate something to the members and to people who are not members. My performance so far is well beyond my average. For almost 10 years, I've averaged anywhere from 80 to 85% annually on my trades. Okay, 80 to 85% annually. I rarely have fluctuated below above that for any significant amount of time. All right, that's just been my average going on 10 years. And currently, for stocks, out of the 60 trades we've taken, we have won 59. That's a 98.3% win rate. For crypto, out of 37 trades since we've started the service, we have won 36 trades. That's 97.3% win rate. Guys, that is incredible. This year started off being one of my best year ever, and going into the halfway mark now at the end of this month, this is by far the greatest trading year so far I've had. Okay, and I just want to reiterate, it's an outlier. I cannot promise that this performance will continue on. Of course, I will do absolutely everything in my power to keep this going. I will not be breaking my habits. I will keep everything the same. That way, if we do continue with this success, it will not be because I've somehow hampered it in any way. I'll just keep it going. But my current, at least what my average has been 80 to 85%, no more, no less. So this is an incredible outlier. I am so blessed for the success. I hope that the members who are following me in these trades have had the same success or having near good success, and also, if you aren't, or if you're not having as much success as you like to be, please let me know. And if you are having success, please let me know. Share it in the Discord. I really want to know if the way I'm doing things is getting through to the members and is beneficial. And if you're not a member, I mean, please look into it. I mean, it's $15 a month for the signals. I've made it as affordable as I can. I've made it cheap enough to where it shouldn't hurt you too much in the bank in regards to it's cheaper than Netflix now. And I've also made it, expensive enough to where it's somewhat noticeable that you do have some skin in the game and you have a vested interest to keep an eye and stay connected with the service. Okay, so if you're interested, check out the Patreon. If you want to learn how I'm trading, how my philosophy works, and how I go into charting, then take a look at the Patreon for the tutoring services. If you're looking for tutoring for the month, it's $400. If you're looking for the year, it's $2,000. Okay, so please take a look at the service. At least for the signals, I think you'll find it to be very good, especially with this win rate so far. I can't be more proud, and I can't be more shocked either. Okay, so that's enough rambling. That's enough patting myself on the back. Let's get into the charts. Let's get into what we're seeing in crypto. And starting with Bitcoin, so far so good. It's been holding on to that major support zone, 19 to 20,000. Okay, nothing's really changed since our last recap. We're likely going to see more upside to at least a minor resistance level of 22,000, which will then get broken through, and we will see if we can get a breakthrough this descending trend line to get to a moderately strong resistance level at 24 to 25,000. So 25,000, that general zone should have some moderate resistance strength. I do personally think we will break higher. Okay, I see us getting towards at least 28,000. I do think we tap 30,000 at least a little bit. But once we get to 30,000, we need to be on high alert for reversals. that will be a major resistance level at 30,000. I'd be very surprised if Bitcoin can get a significant move higher past that. It's not impossible. It's just very unlikely as of now. So once we get to that general zone, look for reversals, and we'll definitely be shopping for shorts at that point. Okay, guys. So if you're following me, that's going to be my general area where I'm going to be looking to start short positions, and then we'll see how price action performs there, if we may get more upside or if we're going to continue the bearish macro trend, which is more likely. Okay, which is more likely. You'll see in this doodle that I made from the last recap video that I also have it coming down from 24,000, 25,000, that zone, because what's possible is that it does not get past that level and we do continue down, breaking the lows, and going down towards 16,000, 15,000. That's definitely possible. But what's also possible is we break through or break lower, and when we come down to this descending trend line, to test it as support and try hold it as support, then to continue towards the upside. Okay, so we have to let price action mature. We have to let the puzzle pieces come together. But as of right now, short term, I'm bullish. I'm seeing it go up. That's why we're still long. We're still long in all these positions that we're in. Okay, but in the midterm, I still see us playing out the overall bearish structure, which is getting down towards 15,000, maybe even lower, Okay, so if you're long with me in Bitcoin, sit tight. We should see some more upside if we continue to have this nice little sentiment going to the upside, this nice little relief rally. And we're seeing the altcoins really performing absolutely fabulously. Okay, so let's get on to Avalanche next. So Avalanche. All right, so Avalanche, we're also in the red, but as Avalanche is breaking out today, we won't be in the red for much longer, it looks. But what have I been saying about Avalanche? As it broke this macro structure, this bearish macro structure, breaking through all these levels, breaking under $50 like I said it would, because this pattern was designed to do what? To break under $50. What would we be looking for next? Well, I extended this large descending trend line down, right? From the all-time high, from then this peak, and then this peak, and then breaking under the macro bearish pattern here. Now we see what price has been oscillating around this descending trend line for weeks, as I said it would, and that is inherently a bullish structure. That is something you want to see for a breakout to the upside, for a nice relief rally in a bearish market. Okay, so Avalanche in a vacuum is in a bearish market. It's in a bearish trend all its own. But when you see a structure like this oscillating around a trend line that's descending, you will likely see a breakout, and a vicious breakout to the upside, to get to a major, to the next resistance level, eyeing the next major resistance level. So what are the next levels? So the next levels that we're going to see is likely going to be $25. That'll be the next moderate resistance level. Avalanche will likely break through and get towards at least $30. Once it gets towards $30, that's when you can start seeing it break down. That's when you can start seeing it resuming the macro bearish trend. Or we break through and continue on towards $40, and then maybe even $50. Again, we have to wait and see what Bitcoin does. As Bitcoin's breaking towards 30,000, should that play out, that's when you'll likely see Avalanche getting towards the $40 and maybe even breaching it. Once we get to those levels, though, look for Avalanche to play out the larger bearish pattern, the larger bearish structure, and you will see another attack by the bears for Avalanche to be hitting $20, sub $20. Okay, but right now we're sitting long, because what are we seeing? That short-term burst up higher, and right now we'll see if we're starting that move. It's looking great, looking absolutely fabulous. All right, so let's go on to Ethereum next. So Ethereum right now is fighting a decent resistance zone. It's held this major resistance support. This major support zone, and now it's fighting this decent resistance zone at 1,200 to 1,300, and this descending trend line. If it breaks through, I actually see a move towards 1,700 being very likely. Very, very likely. All right. It may take a lot for this descending trend line to break. And once it breaks, you may see price come back down towards 1200 and maybe even lower to test out this descending trend line as support, similar to what we saw with Avalanche, right? It oscillating around this trend line. You will likely see it break through higher. Okay, 1700 is very likely. A breach past 1700 and 18 and 1900, we'll say, is a hard ask. It's very unlikely. It's not impossible, but that's a hard ask. It will be very dependent on the overall structure of the market, of what's going on with Bitcoin and crypto in general, and the Nasdaq per se. So if it breaks through this level, of course, 2000 and then 2500 will be the next, zone to be looking at. But I will be very surprised if it actually breaks past, really 1800, 1900. That'd be very surprising. And by then, I will be definitely looking towards, possible short positions. So if you're following me in these trades, these are the zones here where I'll be looking for shorts. All right. As of now, things can change. Always remember, time is the most important factor in charting. And if something's going on with the candles in regards to time, like let's say a bullish consolidation was happening right here, right under this resistance level, there's no way I'd be looking to be taking this short. That's only what amateurs do. All right. You have to make sure you're paying attention to what price action is doing. Okay. It's a fluid painting, it's a fluid picture, and things can change as more things are added to the picture. All right, so let's take a look at Polkadot next, see what's going on there. And Polkadot is having a pretty good day, having a breakout, sort of, we'll kind of. It's not really confirmed, but we'll see. If it can close above this pivot level here at $8.27, then I see it getting towards, its first minor resistance level at $8.50. Fairly quickly, and then a somewhat major zone is going to be here. Okay, $9.50 to $10 and change is going to be a major resistance zone. So watch for this to play a role in possibly stalling out Polkadot. But if Bitcoin's having that bullish break, then you may actually get to see a $10 plus $12 maybe Polkadot, and maybe all the way up to $14. But right now, I've been aiming for $9 and change, and that's currently where I'm sitting at. All right, we're sitting in profit with Polkadot. I like its overall structure. I like the low base it had here. I like that it held this bottoming wick here. It really only pierced through, but never could close under. So, I've always liked how Polkadot's looked, and to me, the strength it showed here in the past is finally pulling through here. So we'll give this time, but Polkadot should have a pretty nice rise past $8.50 if it can get there, and Bitcoin's holding the key level above 21,000. All right, let's take a look at Link next, which has also been relatively strong, very strong. I mean, take a look at this. Also held that bottom wick. Really didn't even get toward the major support level at $5. It just there's too much demand down here. It's beautiful. This is beautiful to see, and now we're having that follow through. And the first thing I want to see is it getting it towards $9, really testing out this descending blue line. Once it gets there, don't be surprised if you start seeing it dwindle out, because that level is pretty attractive. It's pretty attractive because of this structure here. It just creates a nice little lower high, possibly a double top, and then create a little bit of a range sort of pattern here, okay? Because under this descending trend line, which is a pretty large descending trend line, it's going to take a lot of fuel to break past if it's going to break past, and it's also going to take a lot of fuel to break under $5 if it's going to break under. So the consolidation that will happen here will have to be pretty big, right? It'll have to be pretty big. Okay, so let's take a look at Cardano. Okay. So Cardano, I like Cardano as well. This also showed a lot of relative strength. It did have a bit of a steep sell-off prior to the market. Back when UST was kind of breaking down, though it has held its bottom wick pretty nice, and that wasn't even really tested. And then it started building out this minor support here, which it held fairly well, and now we may be seeing it finally break through. It does have to try and break through this high pivot at 51 cents. If it can do that, have a nice closure above that for a couple of days, then we may see that move getting towards here at 60 cents, and then maybe even higher towards 68 and then 75 cents, which will be a major level. 75 cents zone, this is going to be a major level, and getting past that level is going to be a hard ask again, just like with Ethereum going past 1700. This is going to be a pretty hard ask for Cardano to get past 75 cents. But if Bitcoin has that gumption, has that move, then it will happen. Okay, then it will happen. All right, now let's go on to Solana, which is what we closed today, giving us that amazing win rate of 97.3% so far. Beautiful play so far. Banked in just under 25%. As you can see from my doodle, I do see it possibly going higher, getting towards $57 or $60, and then maybe even breaking higher towards $75 to $80. But why did I close it now? Because if you see this, and maybe I'm right, we could possibly have made a lot more. Simple, because we're not in a bull market. And because I have so many more positions open, that me closing this position and baking in that profit lessens my risk to all my other positions far more. To put in perspective, I believe with Solana and then Matic, which we had previously, and we closed that a couple of days ago, we had, I want to say, anywhere from 16 to 20% of our account exposed between these two assets, and now that exposure is gone, plus the profit we added onto the principal, and that's really key. Like, that is absolutely key. So now that means all our other positions that are open have far less risk, even if they should go on the other side, right? Even if we should see them have a plummet, because we banked in this profit. Now our other positions, we have a lot more room, and we can be a lot less stressed, even though we don't really have stress. But in my opinion, like, if you have too much of your account exposed, you want to make sure that you have stress relievers. So this sort of trade helps ease the stress on the portfolio, and making sure that we have a lot more dry powder because of our principal we got back plus the profit. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Just always keep in mind that your job as a swing trader per se, really as a trader in general, but especially as a swing trader, you're a risk manager. You manage risk, and picture your portfolio as kind of like risk valves. Sometimes one part of your portfolio is really overheating and the other side is cooling. You need to be able to change the pressure on either side to try and keep the balance, keep that flow as equal as possible. That is the whole key of being a successful swing trader in the long term. Hopefully I kind of explained that right. It's hard for me to really put into words. Okay. All right. But for, Solana had that nice breakout so far. It looks well to at least come a little bit higher towards $45. That's a minor resistance level. And if Bitcoin gets that move, then look for at least $60 at like a nice big move up. And then past that is going to be $80, which again could happen, but it's not likely, but it definitely can happen. Okay. And plus, also, I was thinking about timing. I don't want to hold it for that long. We've been in it for long enough. We don't need to hold things for months and months on end. All right. Okay, so I think that's everything I want to go over today. We covered just about everything. Yeah. So again, please look into the service. It's been extremely successful so far. Hopefully, going to the next half of this year, the latter half, we have the same success, and then I'll definitely have the best year I've ever had. I hope to deliver that to myself and to you all who are following me. And if you are interested in the tutorings, come check it out. I can generally, in a couple sessions, 2 to 3 sessions at least, impart to you some really good ideas that you'll find some value in. Okay? All right. So everyone, remember, be patient, be vigilant, and be nimble. Love you guys. Take care.